Hi, brother teacher, once again. This subject is not one that I have not covered before. As a matter of fact, I probably have done it a few times. Uh, my delivery was more than likely different than the one that I'm about to present right now, but nonetheless, it is still helpful and beneficial. So, it's about how to minimize and possibly get rid of completely joint pain, pain in the body, just in general. Now, I don't want to use the word suffer, even though most people might say you're suffering with arthritis. I do have ongoing arthritic pain every single day of my life. Uh, some might say it's debilitating. I've been told by therapists and doctors that, you need a hip replacement. I was told this. And as of me doing this video, it's been over 10 years I was told that. I'm still here. I still try to maintain. My contention is, and I'm speaking for myself only, is that if I came into this world with this original body and its parts, then I'm going to leave here with it. Unless I absolutely positively cannot get up and move around, then I may consider some form of surgery. But under normal circumstances, uh, as I think, the way I think, I don't want anyone cutting on my body, period, because you're never the same and you will never be the same. Now, with that said, I do know individuals that have had knee surgery and hip surgery, and they were successful and they managed pretty well. And conversely, I have known people who have had knee and hip surgery that did not work out well at all. So I don't know what side of the fence I would find myself on, the good side or the bad side in terms of results. So I would rather not have that as an option at this present time. Now, with that said, since I've studied this for some years now, um, homeopathic, holistic, and natural medicine, if you will, and remedies more specifically, uh, I've already stated before that I'm not a medical doctor or physician. I am just simply one of the people in America, in the world, who loves to study the world in which we live, all of the things that we all deal with every single day of our lives. Now, what causes pain in the human body is the same as what causes disease, just in general. We have stress. Okay? It's, for the most part, it's going to be uh, toxins that are in the human body or a deficiency of nutrition. Those main two things cause disease, more specifically. Toxicity, and we live in a toxic environment. Even the water supply and the food supply has been altered, and we have a lot of chemicals and toxins in our food supply and the water supply. And not to just simply mention the environment, the air that we breathe contains toxins from all of the factories and so forth, automobiles and that. So with that said, what we want to do is try to be proactive in our own individual lives and that of our families, and we want to try to start at home and removing the things that we do have control over out of our own lives and replace them with good things. Now, as it relates to pain, these are some of the things that we need to remove or take note of and then act upon. And I'm going to refer to my notes that I don't miss anything, because my mind can be very inundated with a lot of things sometimes because I talk about a lot of different subjects. So I want to make sure that I don't miss anything. One of the things that we want to eliminate is sugar and processed foods. White sugar. White sugar causes inflammation. Processed foods cause inflammation in the human body. They are not real food. They are substitutes. They are artificial. If it's processed, there's no nutrition there. It's minuscule amount of nutrition. But when the nutrition is compromised by the majority of toxic chemicals that's in your food products, then it's safe to say that there's no nutrition at all. Okay? You want to, this is a kicker here. A lot of people don't like this answer. Eliminate dairy. As I've said before, we are the only creature. As I began to say, we are the only creature on the planet that still drinks milk. Not from our mother, but from other animals. Every animal's milk that is a mammal, any animal that has the capacity to feed its offspring milk, its milk was designed for its own species, not other species. A tiger's milk is not for a wolf. A kangaroo's milk is not for a baboon. And it goes on and on and on. A grizzly bear's milk is not for a kitten. It's for its own specific species. So why are we human beings consuming a cow's milk? A cow's milk is for its calf. It has all of the necessary building blocks and or ingredients designed specifically by nature for its own offspring, not some other animal or creature. Okay, I'm sorry. That's just the way it is. I'm not apologizing. I'm just sorry if you may not accept this because you may be used to what you just simply like. Cheese, ice cream, yogurt, and so on and so forth. Okay, now let us move on. While we are on dairy, which is an animal product, animal flesh causes inflammation. Do I still eat meat? This much meat is what I eat. A very, very small percentage of meat. Now, does that mean that I'm contradicting myself? No. Does it mean that I'm being a hypocrite since I'm about to tell you that you need to eliminate meat from your diet? Am I espousing becoming a vegetarian or becoming a vegan? No, I can't make you do anything. What I am saying is this. I didn't know this when I was a child, this information. I have been taking baby steps over the years, and I have weaned myself down to that much meat, that small portion of meat in my diet now. So I've come a ways from eating meat for and from a health standpoint. So who's to say in another year I may be completely vegan? But as it stands right now, I understand what meat does to the body. It doesn't process animal flesh well at all. Okay? Or animal protein for some. Vegetable protein is processed better because it is natural to us. Okay, so meat. And don't use non-prescription over-the-counter drugs. They cause inflammation. And with that said, any pharmaceutical drugs cause inflammation in the human body. So if you don't have to have it, don't accept it, don't use it, don't let any doctor convince you to use it because they cause organ failure over time. Liver, kidneys, heart, etc. Stay away from pharmaceutical drugs. They are in the business of making money, not to heal you. And as I've said, and you've heard me say this before, only under extreme conditions or circumstances, emergency medical circumstances only, should you or anyone else use pharmaceutical drugs. But as a staple every day, I have gas, I have heartburn, I have a headache. I'm going to go and buy some Tylenol or some ibuprofen and so forth. No, what you need to do is find out what's causing the problem and get rid of the problem. And you won't have to take those pharmaceutical drugs, those chemicals that have severe side effects. And some of the side effects of some of these drugs that we're taking and have been taking cause death. That's documented. Didn't make that up. So now, if you want to take something that's going to help you relieve some of those, I guess you can say, pains that you're going through, hold on a second, I'll tell you in a minute. So I've already told you Eliminate processed foods and sugar. Eliminate dairy and animal flesh. Don't use prescription drugs if you don't have to. Only in a dire situation, I should say. Uh, Stop smoking. Stop smoking. Uh, we live in a nation where people smoke a lot. It's common. But come on, ladies and gentlemen. Is that nutritional? A cigarette? You know, and I know. It's habit forming. It's addictive. And you smoke for comfort. You smoke to try to supposedly calm your nerves and, to take your mind away from your issues for the moment. But how can you do that and you're causing an issue at the same time? Possible lung cancer and various other types of cancer, and becoming possibly infertile, not being able to have and or bear children, both from men and women's side or point of view. Okay, and stress in general, those things that cause you to be highly stressed, uh, such as a battering spouse in your home, someone who's always putting you down, someone who's always talking down to you, and even putting their hands on you. Now, just because we commonly know that men will batter physically a woman, I've seen with my own eyes coming up, women do that to men as well. So, stress from a bad relationship, a non healthy relationship, stress from being underemployed or not employed at all, uh, stress from a child that may be sick and ill that you're providing care for, and you know that you probably have someone even in your family that's probably dying, or even someone who has died. You lost your mother, your father, or even a child, and you have never gotten over it. Stress can cause inflammation as well. It could be a manifold or a plethora of things that can cause psychological and emotional stress. You need to get a hold of those things and try to find something positive to do to get your mind off of those things and to get you heading in the right direction. So now, here's some things that you need to include to avoid inflammation in the body. First of all, you want to drink plenty of water, stay hydrated. And again, hydration is not just simply drinking water, it's remembering the electrolytes that your body's losing through perspiration, through elimination, which is urination and defecation and so forth. You want to replace those electrolytes, your potassium and your calcium and magnesium and so forth. You also want to include alkaline foods in your diet, plenty of vegetables and fruits, in other words, colorful fruits in your diet, berries, blueberries, raspberries, yams, and squashes, and so forth. You want to include all of these things in your diet. Those things are good for eliminating stress. Stress is the ultimate thing that you want to do, but it's going to eliminate actually the inflammation in your body. You want to also have an exercise program. Uh, Exercise is essential. In America, a lot of us like to sit around. We like to lay around. We like to take the easy way out when we're at home. We use the remote control. We don't get up and turn the TV on and off. If we have an air conditioner, some of us heaters, we use a remote control. We'll tell someone else to do it. We don't get up and get moving. You need to get up and get moving and have some form of exercise at least 3 to 4 times a week, at least 30 minutes or more. And included in that exercise should be some form of aerobic exercise to get your heart going, because it's a muscle and it needs to be exercised, to get your lymphatic system working, which helps to clear and eliminate the poisons and the toxins in your body. You need to do that as well. That's essential. And also, you want to have plenty of rest. Now, I say rest. Some experts say rest and sleep are two different things, but it's still the same to me. When you're asleep, you are resting and your body's repairing itself. It's repairing the cells, it's repairing all of the work that's been placed upon your human organism throughout the whole day. And it's not supposed to be digesting food when you sleep, so you're not supposed to be eating right before you go to sleep, especially a heavy meal. You're supposed to allow your body to cleanse, purge, and repair itself while you're asleep. So you need to have that. If it doesn't, then you're leaving yourself open to cancer, disease, inflammation, all related. So, again, find you something positive to do. Join some sort of exercise club. I know back in the day they used to say, we were part of a card uh, team, if you will, for lack of a better expression. Bridge clubs is what they call them back in the day. That doesn't mean that I'm that old, but there were times when people would go to one another's houses or to a specified place or designated place where they would play cards or they play checkers or they play chess or something like that. Do something to occupy your time, your mind, something positive. Join a book club. Read a book a week, every 2 weeks, or once a month, or what have you, to keep your mind occupied on something that's positive. Stop lingering and stop allowing people to place negative thoughts in your mind on an ongoing basis. If people don't have anything positive to say every time you're in their company, leave those individuals to themselves. Find someone who's like minded, who's positive, who's thinking about doing something in life, who's thinking about progressing in life, who's thinking about advancing themselves in life, who's talking about, even great health in life. Align yourself with those types of individuals. You might even want to go and join a walking group. I know there's about 5 or 6 races that we have here in the city every year. And there are people who join those because they want to be active. They want to be part of a group or a team effort. They exercise, they do a walk, or they do a jog, or they do a run. Whatever it is, you need to be active, up and doing something positive, and this will help to stave off a lot of the stress that we deal with every single day. So, I did say in my topic, I did say in the topic that I had some remedy that could possibly eliminate or minimize joint pain or pain in the human body. This is going to vary from person to person because we're all different depending on what your pre-existing conditions are. So just be mindful that for some it's going to be a win-win all the way, and they're going to totally eliminate the pain, and for some it's just simply going to minimize. It just depends on what you already have going on with your own body. This is Teacher. I'm out.